Bahrain, now here in Australia. I can't wait for the Australian Grand Prix as well, in the actual F1 in 2 weeks time, I think is. Yeah, it is 2 weeks time, isn't it? So looking forward to that race, and head off into this race for round 4 in LOR. As you all know, it starts at 12 PM on Sundays, UK time. Hello everybody, welcome to the stream. How you all doing? Let me just find the Discord so I can put the stream in, if I can find it or not. I can't find it. I don't think it's this league either. I'm suffering from a bit of a cold, so just hello mate, how you doing? I'm suffering from a cold, so just bear with me if I make mistakes during commentary. Had to sort out, don't know if it was a league, just got invited. Yeah, it's a league mate, it's a league. Hello Storms, how you doing mate? You can hear the drivers firing up the engine. Hello Yuri mate. Oh, there's the stream. So we've got some cars coming out the pit lane. I think that's a Mercedes who's coming out the pit lane. Or is it Alex? Yeah, it is Alex. He's on the medium compound tyre now. The strategy, I think it is soft mediums or softer hards, depending how long you could take those softs for in the race. Safety cars could be a factor. Wet race and it will end dry. Oh dear. So we've got a long race ahead of us, a full wet race, and it'll go dry. So I think everybody will qualify the soft compound tyres because it won't really matter. Go on board with the Ferrari ahead of us then, because he looks like he's going to go to cross the line first. There's on board with the Ferrari energetics. Got some more cars coming to the pit lane now. I don't know if some people know it's going to be raining because one driver's gone to the hards and 2 of them are on the medium compound tyres. Coming to turn 11, turn 12, fully committed to those corners. Very difficult to get wrong. Coming out to turn 13. This is a track I do like, but it can be difficult at times, especially to turn 11 and 12, as Energetic slows down as he starts to prepare his lap in the Ferrari, so he'll be the first one to cross the line. Through the final corner we go. Hello Cohen. DRS wide open for the first corner, break the 100 metre ball, take loads of curb on the entry and do the exit as well. Try not to invalidate DRS for this short straight here. Down into turn 3 we go again. Brake just before the 100 metre board. Lots of tracks on the exit for the Ferrari driver. Fully flat out through this corner. Take loads of curbs on here and do the exit. Try not to invalidate your lap time as well. The amount of speed you take you through that corner. Where are we? Turn 10 aren't we? Turn 9. This is turn 9 through turn 10. Same again, but he gets on the curb too much and he spun. He lifts up the rear tyres and hopefully he hasn't lost his front wing and he hasn't collected anybody. So a common mistake that people have done. I've done it myself. Get on the curb too much and lit up the rear tyres. So we'll go on with Nexus Aspect. He won the last 2 races. Can he get a triple win? Come to turn 11. I struggle around here, turn 11 and 12. I always go out wide and lose the rhythm. Can I get a sign up for this league? Yes, you can. You got to message V8 Field. V8 Field started 30th place if you want to have a quick message with him. Starts at Alex has gone quickest with the 122.9. Let's see where Aspect goes. He's on the softest tyre, so expect him to go much quicker than Alex. And where would this lap time put him? Now, it is going to rain, so I expect these drivers to be on the wet setup. That's why these times aren't really quite fast like they used to, should be. Go on board with Pure Fancies coming through turn 11 to turn 12. Looks like these drivers are running wet setups because they're not going as fast like they should be. The tyre should be as Ferrari goes quickest with a 121.8, and the Toro Rosso slots into second place. He's a 10th down on the Williams ahead of him. Demon Race is going up into 5th place at 23.1. Pure Fancies rounds the final corner to complete his lap time, and it is going to be a 120. He's gone on pole, provisional pole position by a 121.5, and he's 3/10 quicker, so it's a V8's just crossed the line to go 7th place. The good guy, his teammate, is in 5th place at 122.6. Our Salmon Pike has gone quicker, so it's a racing point 1-2. So he got replaced by Pluzen. I'll say it like that because I don't know his proper name. A 20.9 for him in the Renault. Let's have a look at the guys. I'm not saying lap time. They're on board with Storm, coming to turn 13, and we've got yellow flags, and that's the racing point. Toro Rosso getting involved in those two corners. Shalom. As we round through the final corner, let's see where this lap time. Where does he go? He goes. Where'd he go? I can't see. 6th place, 21.8. Cassie G got 5th place on the medium tyres. That's a good time from Cassie G. The good guy's going for another lap. No, he's not. So Demon Race has come back to the pits. Now, Energetic's made a mistake on his first lap. This is his second attempt, and this is his out lap, fortunately. Otherwise, he'll lose a lot of time doing that. Let's hope it's a much better lap time for this Ferrari driver next time out. Is he going to go for another lap? No, he's not. Simon Pike's come back to the pits, so is his teammate. So it looks like Energetic's the only one that's going to be on the flying lap soon, and he's going to be careful because he just invalidated his out lap. He don't want to do that on his flying lap. Let's see if it's a much better flying lap next time round. Toro also came out of the pit lane, and who that's Nexus Aspect, and the Williams is coming out of the pit lane as well. That is Femmer. Lola Femmer, do you want to know the weather? Please mate, please. NHS is coming across the line, coming down into turn 1 at the 100 metre board. Take most of the curb on the entry and take most of the exit without invalidation, of course. On this short straight, DRS open, 100 metre board yet again. Bring you down through the gears. Careful of the throttle, minimise that wheel spin. Did a much better time job this time round than last time. Oh, we clipped close to the curb. He unsettled the car. He's got a car ahead of him. Hopefully he gets out of the way, and he does get out of the way. Does who was that? Alex. Take most of the curb. This is where he made a mistake last time. He got on the curb, and this time it's much better round. So with no mistakes this time round for him. Heavy rain to light rain to dry. So I think most of these people are going to run wet setups, judging by the lap times. Nicely done through turn 11 and 12 as we come down into turn 13. 100 metre board again, well, just over the 100 metre board. Bring it down into 5th gear for this corner. He stays in 6th, but I bring it down to 5th sometimes. As we come through around the final corner, he loses the rear end sliding. I think he picked up too much throttle on the exit, and let's see where he goes. Will it be pole? It's 21.1. Some mistakes were made in the process for him, but he could go much quicker than that. So good lap time from him, despite little mistakes in that lap. Who else is on a lap? Alex. He's coming towards. Nexus Aspect's on a lap. No, he's on the out lap. So go ball with Alex then, the Romanian driver. Looks like he's struggling out there for the moment. 27.0 to the first sector for him, so it looks like he's improving his best lap time. He's down in 11th place, and there's yellow flags through sector 1 and 2. Hopefully that clears up. I don't think he's on a lap time. He's put it down into 0, so it's Lex's aspect's not. Who else is out there? Demon Racing, no. Who else is on a lap? Let's have a. Oh, I've got a ball with the good guy that he comes across the line to start his flying lap as we head down into turn 1. Bear with me, I've got a bit of a sore throat and a cold. It's not really a good thing to do, but try to recover from it. So if I make little mistakes, I'm sorry about that. As we come through turn 6, 7 and 8. As we come down into turn 9. I think he's just a bit before and he takes most of the curb and through the exit as well. Nicely done for the Renault driver. The yellow flag's down at sector 3, pointed out on the minimap, but it looks like people are slowing down. 7/10s quicker through the second sector, so we're on course for a good lap. He keeps it like this, it'll be the 21s for the good guy. But just before the 50-metre board. His teammates on current pole position, can he get anywhere near that? Comes into the final corner of turn 16 onto this main straight. Where can it go? He's up into 3rd, so he joins the 2nd row with Simon Pike, who's in the pits. Who else is out there? PMP, Cassie G and Storm. I think Stormzy's backed out of it. Go on board with Cassie G. 7/10s quicker through the second sector for him as we come through turn 11 and 12. He needs to be fully committed there, no hesitation whatsoever. And who's retired? That Red Bull driver's retired. It's just on the verge of getting knocked outside the top 10. Coming through turn 15 and turn 16. It's going to be a good lap time for Cassie G. Where can the Norwegian driver place his car? 20.9, he's just a few hundreds slower than Plusen. And his teammates behind him as well. Demon Racing. V8 fuel, this is not going to be a representative lap time, it's not going to be, but I think he's going to start his flying lap as he comes through the first corner. Take most of the curve through turn 1 and turn 2, coming to the short straight, sorry. Thank you, Nova, much appreciated for that, mate. Turn 3, turn 4. And the fast turn 5. We're down into turn 6 and 7. I'm Danish. Oh yeah, sorry man. Oh yeah. Oh, we got on the grass at turn 9. Now he's going to back out of it. Don't know how I got that wrong. Apologies, Cassie G. I don't know how I got that wrong. Go on board with the current pole man, which is Plusen. As we come through turn, where are we? We're at turn 9 to turn 10. A little bit wobbly at the exit of turn 9, but he managed to save it. And we come through turn 11 and 12. He's a few hundreds down his best lap time. I don't want to get in that curb too often because he can put you in the barrier and he backs out of it. Plenty of time to go, so there's no worries for him. Pure advances fairly, and Stormzy is on his out lap. Go on board with this Williams driver, Onola. It's a 48.6, he got purple through the second sector as well. Takes you through 7th gear, interestingly. Usually I take it through 6th or 5th, depending how wide I go. Rounding through the final corner. Let's see where the Williams driver puts his car. This could be a good lap time, and he goes into 3rd place, so he joins the 2nd row with Energetics, who's on his out lap. Vettel is retired from the session. I think he's actually crashed, you know, because he was on a lap. And Pure Fantasies is going for another lap. Let's see where he can put his racing point. Nicely done through turn 1. And turn 2, turn 3. That's where the yellow flags are, and that's the Williams driver who's pulled over to the side now, disappeared off the track. Turn 4. Keeping that minimum speed up through turn 4. Turn 5, fully flat out. Turn 6 and 7. Who's that? That's Energetics getting out of the way for him. Indigo, MDJ, Hulgatet. As we come to turn 11 and 12. 2/10 up on his personal best lap time. Where is he? 21.5. He needs to keep up this pace. Could gain plenty of time through the third sector. And Plozin is on another lap. He's on his out lap. So is Energetics, the good guy. Oh. Turn 15 through turn 16. On course for a good lap time for Pure Fantasy. Where will the Romanian driver put his car? 4th place. He joins the second row with Nola, who's coming out of the pits or coming back into the pits. He's come back into the pits. Most of the drivers on their outlap. Where Storm's going to put his car? 9th place. So who else is out there? We've got plenty of drivers on their outlets. The provisional pole man on one of them. Pure Fantasy just complete this lap. Energetics there, we'll go on ball with him. How much more pace has he got? We know he's got good pace. He made mistakes on his second lap time, but can he improve it? That's the question. Turn 3 to turn 4. Am I commentating GRL tonight? I didn't know I was in that league, mate. Het Hood, dankjewel. I don't know, mate. I don't know if I commentate that or not. Is that GT Sport? At what time is that? I don't know much about GT Sport. You know what I mean? And he made a mistake coming through that corner. But he didn't get validation. I thought he would have, but I didn't know I was in that league, mate. Still going though. He's down by 11,000, so not too much time lost. But oh, he's invalidated it. He's invalidated it, and he's crashed. The good guy then. Where is Pluzin boy? Oh, did he complete his lap time? Oh, he's on a flying lap. PMK Cassie G is on his flying out lap. Go on board with the good guy then. Let's see where he can put his car. Salmon Pike's on a lap as well. We'll go on board with Salmon Pike. He's a 10th up on the middle sector. Yeah, GT Sport. Won't mind commentating GT Sport, but I need to see if it's downloaded or not, because there's an update on it and it takes forever to download. Won't mind doing it. Turn 15 to turn 16. Will this be provisional pole? Can it be pole? Oh, just a 10th down. 21.0, but he's 4th place. The good guy is invalidated his lap time, and that's his lap time ruined. We'll go on board with the main guy. 3/10 quicker through the second sector. Where's Cassie G? About to start his flying. Oh, he's getting held up by the racing point. What's the racing point doing? That was Salmon Pike, the racing point, holding up Cassie G. Comes across the line. It's a 20.2. But we need to see if he's running a wet setup or not, because it is going to do the race. What about Demon Racing? There he is, coming through the middle sector. 4/10 quicker, and I want to see Nexus Aspect. He's on his flying lap right now, but it doesn't look really good. It says 5 seconds down, but I think that's his previous lap. Stayed on board with Cassie G, and he's invalidated his lap time, it says. And Demon Racing crashed in the wall. 13 people watching, damn it. That's his lap time invalidation, unfortunately for him. I want to see Nexus Aspect. 2/10 quicker through the first sector. Usually brings in a surprise towards the end of qualifying, does Aspect. Trying to go for his 3rd win in a row. 8/10 quicker through the middle sector. There's V8. He's closer to the line, so I'll stick on board with him. Coming through the final corner. And where will he put his car? Can he get inside the top 10? He improves his lap time, but he doesn't get inside the top 10 unfortunately. But go on board with Nexus Aspect. Could be the only man to steal pole position away from the Dutch driver. He can't do it, but where can he put his car? 6th place for the Irish driver. What was the racing point? I saw that, don't worry about it. I saw it. I don't know which one it was. I think it was Salmon Pike. So that's the Renault on pole position ahead of PMP Cassie G. You could arguably say he could improve his lap time because of that racing point. Nola Femmer in 3rd place for the Williams ahead of Salmon Pike and Pure Fantasy. Nexus Aspect in 6th place. Energetics didn't really improve his lap time due to little mistakes. The good guy in 8th place ahead of Alex, the Romanian driver, got inside the top 10. Demon Racing in 10th ahead of Stormzy. Fearley's in 12th ahead of the Red Bull, and V8 is rounding off the back of the grid. And again, Dutch driver on pole, JB. We'll see if he's running a wet setup or not. So the Dutch driver is on pole ahead of the Danish driver. Nolan is in 3rd ahead of Salmon. Pure Advances in 5th ahead of Aspect. Energetics in 7th ahead of the good guy. Alex in 9th ahead of Demon Racing, the Norwegian driver. Stormzy in 11th ahead of Fairley. The Red Bull in 13th ahead of a V8 Field. We'll see how this race pans out. It is going to be wet, so we'll figure out who's running the wet setup and who's not. Apparently it's supposed to be dry at the end of the race. You have a wet setup. Good. That was a good lap time, you know, on a wet setup. Look at that. Miserable. Let's hope these drivers survive in these wet conditions. It's going to be difficult, it's going to be tough, but the long game is more important because it's going to go to light rain or dry, so the patient game and the strategy. Safety cars are a factor as well. Let's hope this rain clears up for a good race. Hopefully it will. Will the Dutch driver win this race, or will it be PMP Cassie G representing Denmark? Heavy car more stable. Yeah, true, but you want a more faster car though. As we go for the outlap, I presume all these drivers are on the wet tyres. Nobody should go for the inters, of course, in these difficult conditions. It's going to be an interesting first lap. Hopefully you'll settle in. This is the second time I've commentated on a wet Australian track. The first race I commentated was good. And it looks like there's 2 drivers that have not got away. That is the Red Bull, Mercedes and McLaren, who have not got away from the lines. That is Demon Racing, Stormzy and the Red Bull driver. So I wonder what happened to them. Quickly reminder, I've got a cold and a sore throat, so apologies about that. Don't you love formation laps with drivers in AI mode? If I was on the formation lap, I explore the track limits of the wet conditions, see how hard you can push. Obviously warming up those tyres as well. I wonder how many drivers have practiced for this Australian GP. I know first place is running a wet setup, but I don't know about the rest. The car's more likely going to be stable if you have more downforce to the back of your car. True, true. as all the drivers make their way to the grid. Hopefully we'll see a good race. There will be some first lap contact. Hopefully not too bad. Alright then, so here we go then. Get a better camera angle, of course. There we go. Verstappen says crash turn 1, and we are away for round 4 in Australia. Who gets a better start off the line? Looks like the Renault does, ahead of Cassie G. The Racing Point hit the wall. It possibly picked up too much throttle. Toro Rosso trying to go down the inside of the Racing Point. The Alpha and the Williams go side by side. They both go off the track together. That means the Renault gets away clearly, but the Williams has spun in the background, and he's the wrong way round. Did a 360, but who else get caught out? That's the Red Bull as well. The Red Bull has crashed, and so has the Ferrari. There's major contact at the back. Everybody hit each other. Yeah, virtual safety car, definitely for sure. V8's round, and so is the Red Bull, who's facing the wrong way round. And he's lost all of his front wing as well. I would say a safety car, not a virtual one. They're about to debut on the track as well. Look at that, a clear lead, a 4-second gap already. A dream start for the Dutch driver in first place. Simon Pike in second, Demon Racer in third. We saw the Williams and P&P Cassie G go off the track together. I don't know which Williams it was. In fact, I do. Who was it? Nola Ferrer, that's the one who went off the track. And he's got a penalty for colliding with Alex as well. So, a messy first lap, as you would expect. We saw a Red Bull face the wrong way around. He did a 360, and the virtual safety car's disappeared. But the Racing Point has got bobbed down at the start because Storm seems to have taken a bit of contact at the back. So Alex and Noma Fella, the facing the wrong way around again. The Red Bull's gained 2 positions, but he's lost all of his front wing, and the contact at the back again between Alex and he's crashed him into the wall. He's not very happy. Anyways, back up there to the Renault. Yellow's flags are set to 2, and V8 has spun again. Alex is retired. There's still drama going on with Alex, V8 and the Red Bull. And Nexus Aspects apparently got past. They go side by side, but who's that? The Renault got pushed off the track by the Williams again. And PAP Cassie stays ahead, but the Williams goes outside line through the final corner. Aspect blocks him off. And I can't even see myself through these conditions, never mind the drivers. So it was a messy first lap, and it looks like a Mercedes is still stationary. And the Renault's just spun. The Renault, who's that? I can't see him. I really can't see who it is. The good guy spun, he's dropped down to 7th place behind. No! It's the race leader who spun! Oh my! What happened to him? Did he pick up too much throttle to turn 2? Hopefully he can get back up there. Now he knows to be more careful through these conditions. Now we've got a brand new racing leader, which is the pink Racing Point, sorry. Demon Racer in 2nd place. And there's more yellow flag action going on behind. Pure Fantasies has just got ahead of the Williams. He's lost all of his front wing. Now the Williams just came out the pit lane. So... oh no, the Racing Point spun on Pure Fantasies. The exit of turn 3. And the safety car virtual one has been deployed. These drivers are not prepared. Energetics just spun as well. The Ferrari faced the wrong way round. Ah, the start was absolutely horrible. Look at that. You gotta be careful on the throttle, and he's crashing into the wall. Energetics is not happy, but Simon Pike, keeping out of all the trouble, has got himself into 1st place. Tricky conditions. I know. Maybe you should check the weather before the race starts. But who's gained the most and who's lost the most? Demon Racers gained 8 places, started 10th place, avoided all the chaos. Fairly always at the back of Cassie G. Aspect ahead of Stormzy. The pole position man, the Dutch driver, has lost 7 positions because of that spin he had in turn through here. Oh, losing the throttle, and he lost the rear. So that's probably his weak part of the track, losing the throttle. And the Red Bull has spun, and the Williams has still lost his front wing. Not happy drivers whatsoever. And there's more yellow flags, and that's energetics going across the grass. And that's Noma Fella slowing down. He's lost his front wing. Pure Fancy's in the pits. Look at that, it's absolutely struggling. Losing the rear end constantly. Needs to be patient on the throttle, and Noma Fella's gone. Hopefully he hasn't taken anybody out. Energetics is there, he's gone off the track as well. There's Noma Fella, crashed into the wall. Simon Pike is leading this race. Who else? Let's see what this Renault driver can do. We know he's losing his rear end constantly. He said he's got a wet setup on, but not really helping him at the moment. Unless he's too eager on the throttle. Needs to be more patient on the throttle. The safety car is out. The safety car is finally... Oh, fairly almost... It will hit the back of Cassie G and Demon Racing. And he got a penalty for that as well. PMP Cassie G got a penalty and fairly almost missed the pit. So, thank God the safety car is out, as Cassie G now leads this race. I'm so glad the safety car's out. The Red Bull's coming out the pit lane. As multiple drivers are now entering the pits. Fairly's left the session now. I don't know why he did that, but he's gone onto the Inter tyres as well. And so has Simon Pike, the Racing Point driver on the Inter. The McLaren driver stays on the wet tyres. Thank God the safety car's out. I should have needed that from lap 1 onwards. So we've got a new race leader, PMP Cassie G. Nexus Aspect sneaking up there in second place, aiming to get his third race win in a row. This could be a long race ahead of us. Messy start, chaotic racing, but these wet conditions proving to be tough. Now it does look like it's edging off a bit, the wet conditions, so could we go on to the Inters? Simon Pike on the Inters. So is Fairley, but he's left the session. What's Demon Racing doing? We've got a messy start. Energetics is out, Noma Fella's out, Alex is out, the first driver to be out of this race. Those who just joined in, have a look at lap 1, 2 and 3. It was a messy start. The Renault's in the pits, that's the good guy, isn't it? Yes, it is the good guy, so I wonder if he's going to go on to the Inters or not. Them 4 laps were eventful, they were indeed. Will he go on the Inters? Yes, no, yes he will. So is other drivers. Is that his teammate? Yes it is. His teammate coming in the pits as well. So double stacking going on at Renault. And there's more drivers coming for Inters. That's Fairley again. Well, he's a lap car. Demon's going on the Inters. So is our Renault driver in the going into the pits. V8 field. Will he come to the pits or not? All the drivers struggling out there, but PMP, Cassie G, Aspect and Stormzy stay out. Now, I got told it's going to be dry at the end of the race. I don't know if they want to boycott the 2-stop strategy to go on the sots, or whatever tyres they want to go on to the end of the race. Go from the wets to dries, instead of wet into dry. I don't know if that's risky or not, but the safety car helps them with the tyre life as well. V8's in the pits, he's gone onto the Inter tyres. Hopefully things settle out towards the second half of the race. I think the safety car will be in this lap. think it stayed out for more than 3 laps. Hasn't. I think he'll stay at 1 more lap. Yeah, stayed out for 1 more lap, then the safety car will. Alfa Romeo and AlphaTauri in 2nd place, but it's a 2019 game, so we'll call them Toro Rosso at the moment. Now the safety cars are, let's talk about the 2020 season. Who do you think will dominate the season? Both these drivers going in the pits for a brand new set of Inters. Stormzy as well. Aspect almost wanted to overtake Cassidy in the pits. Yeah, so loads of drivers go to the pits to change their... Well, one of them is changing the front wing, which is Stormzy. Perfect opportunity to do so. So our old race leaders back in the 1st place. Simon Pike, who was leading this race, now back up in there. The 2 Renaults on the podium, 2nd and 3rd place. Can the Dutch driver get back up there after making his mistake, spinning around in turn 2? Going to be a battle between Max and Hamilton. Hopefully we'll see that. The Mercedes car looks planted. I don't know what fan you are. If you're a Ferrari fan, Mercedes fan, Red Bull fan, or any other fan, we hope for some good racing regardless of who wins the championship. I just want a good race between Mercedes, Ferrari and Red Bull. Hopefully, they say Racing Point looks good. It does look good, but I don't think it's enough to challenge for the top 3. It'll try and go for 4th place again. Now, people are overtaking the Dutch driver. Demon Races just got past him. I don't know why he just did that, but you know who I'm a fan of. Look, yeah, I know you're a fan. I know you're a fan of Hamilton. I'm a Ferrari fan, so we can't really be friends on that one. I'm joking, we can, but we're gonna have disagreements. And there's something going wrong down the midfield. Now they're separating from the rest of the grid. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Racing Point is not with the top 3, but it will be with the. It will be in 4th place. Remember, if you remember Force India 2016-17, they were in 4th place in the constructors. That car does really look good, but I don't think it's enough to challenge for the top 3 at all. If there's no battles going on further on, we'll have a discussion about the 2020 session together. The safety cars coming into the pits, and Simon Pike will lead this ahead of the Renault of the good guy, and Demon Racing looks like he got a horrible exit at the last corner, but look at that, the good guy all over the back of Simon Pike. Demon Racing's got a good slipstream, and he comes down into turn 1 side by side, gotta be careful. Remember the Williams driver, and Cassie G did that, he stays with him around the outside. Brave racing from the 2. A bit of wheel bagging going on, but he has the inside line, so effectively it's his racing line, so he can take it. Down into turn 3 we go. He's got aspects on the back of him as well, trying to look for some moves. Stormzy there as well. PM Key Cassie G down there. And V8's passed fairly, but that's just a ghosted car. On board with the main drivers. Demon Racing looks like he's got himself in a groove here. He started 10th place, so must be definitely running a wet setup. All over the back of Simon Pike. He started down in 10th place, he's up into 2nd. He's got a much better runaway, getaway from turn 8. Red Bull are very close to Ferrari on race simulations. Out of turn 12 we go down into turn 3. Will Demon Racing look to make a move? The Racing Points defends the inside line from the McLaren driver, and one of them's gone. He barges him out of the way, did not leave any room, did the Racing Point driver. He's dropped 3 places, did Demon Racing. Now he's going to drop 4 if he don't be careful from Stormzy behind him. The Racing Point did not leave any room for the McLaren driver despite being on the outside line. The 2 Renaults back in the podium position. We know the Dutch driver's been struggling on traction. He's just set the fastest lap at the Racing Point. Oh, the Dutch driver's struggling. He's losing his rear end on the throttle. The rear tyres will not allow the throttle input. Absolutely crying on the exits. He's losing traction everywhere he goes. Ferrari's not going to be anywhere, you think? Well, pre-season testing. Oh, he's going to lose it. He's lost it. No, he stays. He stays. The Dutch driver absolutely struggling out of the exits on the traction as well. Look at that. The snatch of the throttle. You can tell he's running no traction control. And DB Racing's could go past Aspect. Down at turn 9 and 10. And now he's got Stormzy all over the back of him as well. Won't dare make a move down here. But I hope the Dutch driver manages to save the car. He's done a good job. He's absolutely pushing the car, as you can see. But he's just got to be careful of the exit of the throttle. Maybe shift up one gear. Oh, his Renault teammate almost hit him. Actually, do you know what? I think we should get rid of Mattia Binotto. If you're a team boss and you're not motivated, that means the rest of the people in the team are not going to be motivated. That is like, what's the point? Get rid of Binotto, bring back Maurizio Arrivabene. Because if you have a team boss that's not going to be motivated, the rest of you are not motivated. Therefore, no one of the team is going to really work hard on the cars. But the thing is though, if you watch 2017 and 18, Ferrari had the quicker car but made more mistakes, especially with Sebastian. 2017 they had looked like they had a good car, but you know, mistakes were made in the process. Look at that, the fighting with the throttle. Red Bull had last season a better car than Ferrari but struggled with the drivers. Oh, the good guy's gone. Did he hit the wall on the entry to turn 6? Hopefully, he looks like he's okay. Now it's up to his teammate to decide to get the first position back off Simon Pike. Merck will dominate Ferrari now on slow. Ferrari are slow on the straights. Ferrari are learning from last year with the package on the car, with the less aerodynamics of the car, the less downforce on that car, quicker in the straights. But hopefully we'll see a good battle between Mercedes and Ferrari. I don't want Mercedes to dominate all season. It looks like Maurizio, oh, could out of turn 2, the rear end almost lost. And Blusen trying to go around the outside, has the inside line now. We switched at the very last moment, makes contact with the racing point, and he spun him. And DB Racing has got past him. Simon Pike has been spun by the, has he got full weight damage as well? Hopefully not. And unfortunately he has on the left hand side on the end plate. A bit optimistic from the Dutch driver, but I think the Dutch driver tried to let him go. No, he tried to slow down for him, but he got hit on the back by DB Racing, which forced him to collide with him even more. DB Racing's got past him. Aggressive racing from DB Racing so far, really enjoying it from him. He started down in 10th place. Don't go down the inside of here, too risky, especially with how much he's struggling with the corners. Yeah, like I said, if the team boss is like less motivated, that means the rest of the team can be motivated and be like, what's the point? As Nexus Aspect goes down the inside into turn 13. He's come to turn 14, he's done it ahead of the Renault. Yeah, so like I said, the rest of the team could be demotivated. The drivers could possibly be demotivated, but all they think about is going to be racing. I don't understand why Mattia Binotto said that, to be honest with you. Because what's the point of being a team boss if you're going to be demotivated? I swear, oh no, he's made contact with DB Racing, into the wall he goes. Hopefully he don't reverse backwards to try to hit others. And he's left the session, so in frustration as well. So the Dutch driver needs this race at a Nexus aspect. I understand why Mattia Bonotto's the boss of Ferrari. It should have been Maurizio Arriva Bene who did a much better job. Oh, San is on the throttle as well. Red Bull, they look like they've got a decent car on them. It's their second year with Honda. The first year wasn't too bad, as V8's made his way past his teammate, who was a ghosted car. Yeah, first year with Honda, not too bad whatsoever. They got 2 wins, didn't they? Germany and... no, 3 wins. Germany, Brazil and Austria. Hopefully get some more this year. I think Red Bull's got a good chance of beating Ferrari as Cassie G tries to go down the inside into turn 13. Now they're side by side coming to turn 14. But now the North Stormy is still ahead of PMP Cassie G. The Dutch driver's clearly ahead of the Nexus aspect now. All he needs to do is not make mistakes at all, because he's made quite a few of them, has the Dutch driver, especially here. This is where he spun on lap whatever it was, 3. Well, Cassie G will try and go down the inside now of Stormzy at turn 3. And now he's ahead of Stormzy. So Cassie G trying to get a podium off the Renault driver. Yeah, so Red Bull, Verstappen beat both Ferrari drivers, Leclerc and Vettel. You could arguably say Leclerc could have got ahead of the championship if it wasn't for mistakes like Brazil, Bahrain. But the same thing for Verstappen as well, who made little mistakes in that season. He crashed in Spa with Kimi Räikkönen. He started at the back in Monza, didn't really get a good result. Singapore, he finished in 3rd, wasn't no problems whatsoever. Japan, he made contact with Leclerc through the first corner. So you could arguably say that Verstappen could have got further. Around the outside into turn 11 and 12, I wouldn't have thought he could have done it, but... and off he goes into the wall, and he lost all of his front wing. The safety car's been deployed. So that's the second time this race the safety car's been deployed. But unfortunately for Cassie G, I don't think he got on the curb, did he? He just made a driver error. Did he picked up way too much throttle on the exit? But he's got a second chance with the safety car coming out. So hopefully he doesn't rage quit. And what Nexus aspect's reversing? That's illegal. He's reversing to get in the pits. That's illegal. He's lost 2 positions from the racing point. And the good guy. I think in real life that would be disqualification or at least a penalty, but he's lucky not to get disqualified himself by going backwards. He's gone on to the mediums. It's still raining, but the Dutch driver's on the hards, Nexus Aspect is on the mediums, Storms is on the mediums as well. Simon Pike's on the inters, so a brand new set of inters for him. The good guys on a brand new set of mediums. PMP Cassie G has got rid of changes for a wing and is on a brand new set of mediums. V8 stays out there. I think it should be a better thing to pit to get a brand new set of inters or a brand new set of mediums, but it's still raining, but we'll find out later. Yeah, I would say it's a bit early too, mate. Yeah, so Verstappen beat Leclerc and Vettel. He came 3rd in the championship. It was a really good year for Honda, Red Bull and Toro Rosso. Got 2 podiums for Toro Rosso with Gasly and Danny Kvyat. Could you say Red Bull could have got ahead of Ferrari in the championship? Maybe, but it was down to Pierre Gasly, because Pierre Gasly wasn't really getting the results that they wanted. Don't get me wrong, Gasly is a good driver. I think he could be a bit too early, but the rain has stopped. Gasly's a good driver, but it's just the pressure getting on him. But if you're going to be really harsh on him, you could say that, well, if you're in a big team, you expect it to be under pressure. Yeah, but I don't think he was ready for that just yet. Going back into Toro Rosso, I think the car suited him much more. He's got good results in the Toro Rosso as well. He's consistently scoring points. He's got the podium in Brazil. No one can... A bit messy, but it's the wet conditions, so I expect it to be a little bit messy. But hopefully not as messy as it was. Can Nexus Aspect get his 3rd race win in a row? And the Racing Point has just spun. And that's Simon Pike. Not the first driver to do that under the safety car. I'll admit I've done it as well under the safety car spun. At this particular track, and it did it down in turn 2. Not the first driver to do it, of course. It can be a bit embarrassing, but you know, it will come into the pits at the end of this lap. So does V8, so he gets rid of those old set of inters. But I think it's not too early to pit. Who else? Renault, McLaren could have a good fight this season. Both with Renault engines, of course, but let's see who's better. If you watch Drive to Survive, you can see that Ricciardo really wants to beat Sainz because they want to be best of the rest. It's a straight dogfight between Sainz and Ricciardo. Sainz got replaced by Ricciardo at the end of in 2019, and then McLaren took him in. Who else? Racing Point, I don't think they're with the top 3 teams just yet. They've got a good car and they're calling themselves, well, people call them Pink Mercedes. But remember last year they were on a low budget, a smaller budget than the rest of the teams, and they still delivered some good results despite having a crap car. It really was a crap car. But Perez, he's a really good driver, you know. He's an underrated driver. He finished inside the top 10 in the championship ahead of Lando Norris, and Lando Norris had the car to develop some good results, and Perez beat him inside the top 10. Now Racing Point have got a much bigger budget. They're becoming Aston Martin in 2021. Racing Point could be not. I think they can get some podiums, whether Ferrari and Red Bull make mistakes like crash into each other or technical difficulties for Ferrari, Mercedes and Red Bull. I think Racing Point can get some podiums because every time Mercedes, Ferrari and Red Bull make a mistake or have bad races, remember 2016-17, I don't think it was 18, but Perez picked up the pieces and got some podiums for them. This Racing Point is, Force India can be a really good car, you know. They've always been there. 2008 was a shocking car for Force India. 2009 wasn't so bad with, oh, he spun! Oh dear, what has he done? Next aspect hit him. Hopefully he hasn't got front wing damage as well. But to people in the stream, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Appreciate it, if I can say the word properly. Got a sore throat, but where is he? He's down in 7th place, the Dutch driver. Being too aggressive under the safety car, picking up way too much throttle. Who else is a really good car? McLaren and Renault. Renault's went 2017 onwards. 2016 was a shocking year for Renault. What did they score? 5 points, 7 points in Renault? 2016, I think they did. 7 points. I think Magnussen got more than Palmer. But 2017, when Hulkenberg came in the team, it really started delivering the results they needed. They've started fighting for 5th and 4th. And then 2018, I think they got 4th, didn't they? Because they were fighting with Haas. Haas was a really good car, but they made stupid mistakes, did Haas. Especially with Romain Grosjean. Apparently did not score for the first 7 or 8 races. Now, arguably, you could say, what are these drivers doing? Arguably, they could say Haas could have beat Renault if it wasn't for those silly mistakes Grosjean was making. And what's the good guy doing? Aspects in first place. Now, remember he got overtaken by the Renault and the Racing Point. Yeah, I like these facts. So Haas top. Grosjean did not score until Austria came. They finished 4th and 5th. Safety cars in this lap. They finished 4th and 5th. Both Magnussen and Grosjean. I think Grosjean finished ahead of Magnussen in Austria. That's when Grosjean finally got some points. He made stupid mistakes in the top first 8 races. So arguably, because you could say Haas could beat Renault, but thanks to those mistakes that Grosjean, Australia, it wasn't their fault. It was the pit stops. You could say it was the team's fault, not the driver's fault. They could really deliver a good result, the Haas drivers. Australia, Haas is really good at Australia, but we'll find out this year. As they say, oh, someone's lost part of their front wing, and that is Simon Pike. safety car has disappeared, and there's more yellow flags somewhere. The Dutch driver's got ahead, but he's under attack from Cassie G. And he can't make the move down into turn 1. So Aspect is going for his 3rd race win in a row. Storms is behind him, the good guy, and the Dutch driver all over. What's he doing? What's Simon Pike doing? Oh my dear. That's a really stupid mistake from the Racing Point driver. I think, yeah, Simon Pike, what on earth was he doing? No, not really. It's not the thing I want to see at all. I want to see good racing from all these drivers, but some drivers will get a slap on the wrist after the race. So Aspect leads this race ahead of Stormzy, both on the same tyres. The rain has disappeared, so I expect no more drivers to struggle in this race, thankfully. Told you it was the long long game. Patient, sorry, got a sore throat. Messing up a bit. The patient game they were waiting, and Stormzy has been overtaken by the good guy. Or is it the other way around? Sorry, the good guy's overtaken Stormzy, and PMP Cassie G has overtaken Stormzy as well. And there's yellow flags down here, and who's that? V8's what? Oh, Jesus, man! I don't understand what's wrong. Well, I don't understand what's happening in this race, and what's Simon Pike doing? I don't understand what's wrong with this race. The first 3 races was absolutely fantastic. Like, honestly, the first 3 races was amazing to watch. No mistakes. Fantastic racing. But what's going on? It's like, has drivers forgot how to race? Apologies about this bad racing, but I don't understand what's going wrong. It's PMP. Oh dear, what on earth was that? Well, the good guys just turned in on Cassie G. What on earth was that? Well, I expect a big crash from Simon Pike and the Dutch driver. It looks like he's waiting for him as well. So this ain't going to be good. Looks like the Dutch driver's waiting for Simon Pike. Or is he? Don't know what's going to happen, and hopefully nothing happens as he's taking out... Yep, it's happening. Here we go. Expect a massive crash, and yep, he's got his revenge. In fact, he has got his revenge because he didn't lose part of his front wing. It's never been this bad before. I don't know what's happening. But the Racing Point driver survived because he hasn't lost his front wing. Now the drivers that left this race, Pure Fantasy up into the podiums. So someone messaged Pure Fantasy to get back in the race. Someone messaged Pure Fantasy to get back in the race. He's up into 3rd. And Demon Racing. These drivers that rage quit earlier on, they find themselves up into the podium. Oh dear me, what's happening now? Oh, what are you doing? What is the Dutch driver doing? This is absolutely horrible. What is he doing? He's coming to the pits. So is Simon Pike. Oh, please leave the session, man. Please leave the session. Someone tell him to leave. Someone message him. Someone tell him to leave right now. Oh my god, why is everything going so bad? I might have to delete this race afterwards. I don't understand what's going on. Why is everything gone bad? And I really hope he doesn't take out the race leader. Come on, man, this is not a 5-lapper. Get out of the session. Oh my god, man, what is this? Aspect's coming. Aspect is coming. Thankfully, both of them are ghosted. I would dare say he would try to take the race leader out if it wasn't for ghosting on. He's trying to race him, in fact. Storms is in the pits, and there's Simon Pike trying to race Nexus Aspect. I don't understand what's gone wrong in this race. Everything's gone to... Oh. I don't... Do you realise you can't race it because you're a lapped car and you're ghosted? I don't understand why you're doing this, man. Oh my god, you might as well leave the session. I know you're trying to clearly take him out as we come into the heavy braking zone, and he will try and take him out. In fact, he won't. I don't understand what's going on because it's never like this. Your first impressions, I know it's going to be bad, but it's never gone like this before. Apologies for this. He is bad. He was leading this race. He's absolutely furious. He tries to take out PMP KCG as well. And he... Oh my god. Lead the session, man. Come on. Oh, well done. Well done. Congratulations. You just taken a driver out. I hope you're happy. We know the clown of the driver who's going to be. And it's going to be the Dutch driver. Clown of the day goes to the Dutch driver. Amazing achievement, absolutely fantastic. Not hard to get, but he's achieved it. Well, PMP KCGs are back up into second place after making contact with the good guy. I wanted this to be a good race, but it's got to I can't swear, I'm sorry. Someone message him and tell him to get out of the session. Please, man. He's gonna take out more drivers. But he's a lap down to everybody except V8. What about his teammate? He's a lap down to his teammate, so he won't be taking out him anytime soon. Well, Aspect's aiming to win his third race in a row as... Who's that? That's the Racing Point driver going to the pits. Salmon Pike. Aspect's going to the pits as well, but PMP KCG's in the pits as well. Aspect could get a penalty for reversing into the pit lane, but depending how serious it is or not, I don't know. I think he actually missed the pit lane and yeah, he tried to reverse. Good opportunity to change his front wing as well. And PMP KCG's got ahead of Nexus Aspect. The good guys coming to the pits. He is normally a great and clean driver. It's normally a great and clean driver, but eyes too made, I think. Well, I've never seen him race, mate. This is the first time I've seen him race, and my first impression, he was an angry, dirty driver, but I've never seen him race. Is he still in the session? Yes, he is. He's down in 10th place. As we come to a halt for some reason, what's going on here? Demon Races just got past, well, he's a ghosted car. Someone tell Demon to come back because he's got opportunity to win this race, as Pure Fantasy has. So the drivers that rage quit earlier on in the session are up into 3rd and 4th. This is what I mean by the patient. Fairley as well. Fairley made loads of mistakes. And look where he is now, down in 5th place. So someone told him to come back because he'd be surprised what positions he is. And finally he's been disqualified. There he is. He's been disqualified from the session. And finally the Dutch driver has gone and been disqualified. Oh my dear, I'm sorry for people watching this race. The ghosted AI Demon Race is trying to fight Nexus aspect, and the car behind as well. In fact, Demon Racing. I think this league will be need sorted out afterwards. I'm only a commentator, I'm not a steward or an admin, I'm only a commentator. I ain't got no power at all. But the first 3 races were fantastic. But what's happened? I'm an administrator, am I? I don't have the power to give penalties out to people, so I'm not really going to do it because it's not my decision. Shout out to Nova, who's in the pub as well. But the drivers that left the session, look where they are now. The good guys in third place. Yeah, he's still in the session, but Demon Racing, Pure Fantasies, Fairly, Storms is still here, isn't he? I don't know if he's still here or not. Well, unfortunately, the Dutch driver and Salman Pack is still here. Please calm down, man. People say you're a good driver and a clean driver. I want to believe that, but it's hard for me to believe that because it's my first impression. It's my first impression of you in this league, so please calm down, man. This is a mess because the AI drivers are trying to overtake the actual drivers. Keep an eye on these two as well. Tell them to calm down as well. Is the safety car coming in this lap? No, it's not. Apologies everybody, but hopefully he's calmed down now. Maybe we'll get a slap on the wrist for everything he's done. I understand being frustrated. I really do understand the frustration of losing a race. I understand the frustration of losing a race, I really do. It's happened to me loads of times, but I don't crash people out or what's it called? I don't ruin other people's races. I either retire the car or leave, but don't go ruin other people's races. And he's overtaken Stormzy as well. In fact, he's overtaken everybody. What are you doing, man? He's trying to lap himself. What are you doing? No, he's not. He's not even lapped. What are you doing? That's definitely gonna be a penalty. This is going to be an absolute horrible race if he doesn't be careful. I think all drivers could be in a bad position. But if he is a clean and good driver, I want to believe that. But this is my first time seeing it in the league race. Oh my god. Where is the safety car? There it is. Look at that, Pure Fantasies joined! Pure Fantasies back! And he's leading the race as well! Pure Fantasies is back! He finds himself leading this race! Now he's down into second place. I bet he didn't expect that. I bet he's wondering, how am I in second place? After a long time leaving the race, he is finally back. When was he out of the race? He was out of the race before, I can't remember actually, but look at him, he's back, there he is. Welcome back, mate, nice to see you again. He finds himself in second place. Welcome back. All you need to do is just leave the session and rejoin and find yourself in second place. He could find it. Do you know what, if he wins this race, after I spend a long time period leaving this race, the safety car's in. Safety car's in and off we go. The good guys needed the race, but there's Stormzy is spun and he is possibly going to leave this race. Oh, Cassie G, oh my god, what? Is that Renault driver causing more incidents? Oh my god, this is not going to end well. I think, what on earth is he doing, man? And what are you doing as well? I think this needs to be scrapped or something, because but pure fancies will head on to the main positives as the Renault drivers undeservedly be in third place. If he's your mate, tell him to stop doing this, as Stormzy's retired from the session. I don't understand why this has gone to bad. Cassie G frustrated that in 8th place. Hopefully the Renault driver won't interfere with anything or anybody this time. Mate, it's never gone to this bad before. The top 3 races were absolutely fantastic and professional, but for some reason it's all gone to dog shit because of some drivers getting frustrated early on in the race. Mate, I know it looks very dirty. I'm only a commentator. I'm not an admin. I've what's it called? I've volunteered to commentate for this league for a friend, but I know if this is your first impression, then I'm sorry, because the first 3 races were fantastic. Yeah, I know, guys. I'm sorry about this. It's never happened before. I don't understand why it's happening. If Pure Fantasy can win this race, I'll be happy for him. What league is it? It is a Sunday Racing League, LOR. I'm not gonna lie, I'm actually embarrassed as well, but Pure Fantasy trying to make a move, and hopefully we'll see some good racing. Not gonna lie, I'm actually embarrassed as well, even though I'm not an admin or a steward or anything like that. I'm just a commentator. I think I'd rather race in the 5-lap lobby than this. The good guy's gone wide at the exit of turn 1 and 2. The Pure Fantasy's got a good opportunity to try to overtake. Don't go down the inside, try and keep it patient. You've got DRS activated the next lap. Yeah, I'm sorry people. I'm embarrassed as well, as much as you are. Oh, be careful, man. Come on, Cassie G. I want to see a good fight, Cassie G. Try and get out of the way of these two. I know you're faster with fresher tyres, but come on, try and get out of the way. Or try and pull away, which you are doing right now. And now Pure Fantasy got DRS. Coming into turn 13. He pulls out to go down the inside. Oh, they both make contact, but... Oh, what is he doing? The good guy pushes him into the wall almost. Aspect's still in this race, so props to him for staying in this race despite all the drama going off. Salmon Pike is still here without a front wing. I don't see the point. Is he got a front? Yes, so why is he still here? I don't see the point of racing without what's the point of racing without a front wing? Do you know what? We found out who's causing the drama and who's doing all the shit, but don't push him into the wall. Want some good racing for this raining last laps on the outside of you, man. What are you doing? Oh, that Renault's there as well. Please don't take him out. The Renault's there as well, and if he takes him out, and he has done, oh my god, why has he done that? What an absolute fool. His only hope is a podium chance now for Pure Fantasy, but the cheating Renaults are in first and second place. Renault cheated as always. Good tactics from them to be first and second. Oh, Pure Fancy's his only hope for his podium. The car behind him is ghosted anyway, and his only real threat is Nexus Aspects. I doubt this driver can do anything about it, because look at him, he's not pitted for a front wing. Cassie G stood in the race. Look at them, down into turn 1, looks like... Jesus Christ, even both Renaults are taking each other out as well. What? Oh my god, what are these two doing? I think these two, if they cross the line to be in first place, they will not win. I don't understand what's wrong. I don't understand why this has happened. I'm actually about... You've missed everything, mate. You have missed everything. You might as well watch the whole second part... Well, you might as well watch the whole race to see what's happened. Absolutely embarrassing. I don't understand why this has happened. I don't understand what they're doing. They know themselves they're not going to win the race if they cross the line to finish first or second. They know themselves, man. What is he doing? Deep down they know themselves they're not going to win this race. Remember, this guy here left the whole race and he came back and he's crashed. Oh. Apparently they're very clean, but for this league race they're not being clean at all. The good guy, I've seen him race in league races and he's not dirty at all, but for some reason he's being dirty in this league. They're not dirty drivers. They may be your first impression. They may be your first impression of a dirty league, but this is the the good guy was in this race for the first 3 races. And the first 3 races was absolutely fantastic to watch, but for some reason something's happened. Something's triggered them to be very angry. He's dirty in LOR. Oh yeah, beautiful dive bomb. Look at him, he's trying to take him out, but he's absolutely failing. Live streaming a league race, but it turns out this is not... Do you know what? I might as well. I hope the brake bias is really good. What on earth are you doing? Yeah, spun around. No, unsurprisingly. So, Pure Fancies will win this race. Stay on board with him for the last remaining corners. VH feels left. He's gonna be absolutely angry. I never seen anything more dirty, but Pure Fancy wins this race in 3rd place, and that is it. No more drivers left in. Aspects DNF. Yeah, I'm not surprised, man. The racing point is yeah. So so PMP Cassie G is the only realist driver out there to come across the line. But I want to say massive apologies for this. This is not... I don't understand why this has happened. Deserved it for trying to take him out. Absolutely deserved. This is what that... Oh, I'm sorry people. I'm absolutely sorry. This is not God's plan whatsoever. Fancy, I'm so glad you joined. Fancy's won this race. PMP Cassie's the last one to cross the line, up into 3rd place or 2nd. But man, I don't understand. This race was absolutely shocking. The worst race I've ever seen and commentated. It's absolutely shocking. I don't understand why people have done this. So Pure Fantasies has won this race ahead of POP Cassie G, but that's the race done and dusted. Thankfully, hopefully, I say, we don't see any more of that shit next week. That's absolutely shit and shocking. So I know who's getting kits, possibly him, and who else was causing him as well. I can't remember what happened between these drivers. He DNF because he crashed in the rain by himself, so he won't get removed. But absolutely shocking as well. So I'm sorry about that.